Alright, so we all know Pokemon as this colorful, kid-friendly franchise where you catch cute creatures and battle your way to the top. But what if I told you there's a darker side to the Pokemon franchise? One filled with banned episodes, lawsuits, and even moral panic. This is the dark side of Pokemon the creators don't want you to remember, where even the most beloved franchise can't escape its own shadows. Let's start with the infamous Electric Soldier Porygon episode from 1997. This one's not just banned, it's cursed. Thanks to a scene with rapid flashing lights, over 700 children in Japan ended up in the hospital with seizures. It was so bad, Pokemon got temporarily pulled off the air, and Porygon, the Pokemon who didn't even cause the flashing lights, got straight up banned from the anime forever. Pikachu's Thunderbolt may have been the actual problem, but Porygon's the one who got yeeted into the void of Pokemon history. And to this day, Porygon remains one of the biggest scapegoats in anime history. This incident was so severe that it became international news, causing Pokemon to go on a hiatus for 4 months. And the weirdest part, Porygon's line never appeared in the anime again, even though it wasn't even its fault. It's like getting blamed for a crime you didn't commit and being thrown into anime prison for life. And the cruel irony, Pikachu, the real culprit, kept on thriving as the face of the entire franchise. But hey, when you're as popular as Pikachu, we don't gotta bring up the past, you know? Now, let's talk about the banned episodes they really didn't want you to see. These aren't just your typical filler episodes, they were straight up erased from existence for being way too controversial. Beauty and the Beach. Oh, this episode was something. Alright, so basically... Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, you've probably heard about this one. James wearing an inappropriate inflatable outfit to compete in a swimsuit contest. Yeah, someone thought that this was a good idea. It aired in the US once, heavily edited, but the original, that's locked away forever. The Legend of Dratini. Guns and Pokemon just don't mix. In this episode, a guy literally points a gun at Ash's face, multiple times. So of course they were like, nope, not showing that to kids. Holiday hijinks. Another one caught in controversy because of Jinx's original design being considered racially insensitive. It was pulled from rotation in multiple countries. The Ice Cave. Same deal with Jinx again. The episode was banned internationally because of the same problematic design. Shaking Island Battle. Barboach vs Whiscash. This episode was banned entirely due to its unfortunate timing. It was scheduled to air right after a devastating earthquake in Japan, making its themes of natural disasters feel way too real. From inappropriate humor to poorly timed episodes, these banned moments show just how risky pushing boundaries can be in a family-friendly franchise. Now, let's talk about the Pokemon cards. They were a worldwide phenomenon, but they also caused chaos. Schools were banning them left and right because of fights, thefts, and straight-up classroom wars. And religious groups, they were calling Pokemon satanic for supposedly promoting gambling and evolution. And don't forget about this guy. Mr. Geller. Mr. Geller almost sued Pokemon for supposedly copying his spoon-bending magician stuff with Kadabra. Hey, he might come after me next for using a picture of him, huh? That lawsuit lasted decades before he finally gave up and let Kadabra return to the card game. The backlash wasn't just about the cards themselves. Some parents freaked out over kids spending hundreds of dollars just to collect these things, thinking it was all just some corporate scam to drain their wallets. And honestly, they weren't entirely wrong. But when something's that popular, people will do just about anything to get their hands on it, no matter the cost. But it wasn't just the episodes or the cards. Some actual Pokemon designs sparked massive backlash. Jinx's original design had to be changed because of those same racist accusations. Registeel's original sprite, yeah, it looked like it was doing, I'm sure my older fans would understand. And let's not forget the hate the Unova region Pokemon got for being too Americanized. Pokemon fans really did not hold back on their criticism. And then you've got things like Vanillux and Garbodor being dunked on for being lazy designs. But for every person hating on them, there's someone out there who loves their trashy Pokemon with all their heart. Literally. It's proof that no matter how harsh the criticism, there's always a fan out there ready to defend their favorite Pokemon. After all, one person's trash is another person's treasure.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
And speaking of controversy, we gotta mention Ash's ending. You'd think becoming world champion would be the perfect send-off, right? Well, a lot of fans feel his departure was rushed and underwhelming. No epic battles, no legendary Pokemon showing up, just kind of a quiet, almost awkward goodbye. And replacing him with Rico and Roy, that was never gonna go down smoothly. It felt like a sudden goodbye to a character we'd been following for over 2 decades, leaving fans with more frustration than closure. To many, it seemed like the creators were more focused on moving on than giving Ash the proper farewell he deserved. The backlash wasn't just from nostalgic fans either. Even some newer viewers felt like the writers dropped the ball by giving Ash such a low-key ending after 25 years of adventures. It's like having a fireworks show end with a single sparkler. And while some appreciated the emotional, quiet goodbye, others couldn't help but feel robbed of the epic finale they'd been waiting for. It's as if the creators tried to please everybody but ended up pleasing no one. Pokemon Go was a global phenomenon when it launched in 2016, but it also brought a ton of chaos with it. Players were so glued to their phones that they walked into traffic, trespassed on private property, and even got into dangerous situations just to catch a rare Pokemon. And then there were the robberies. Yes, criminals literally set up lure modules at Pokestops to attract unsuspecting players. It was like the Wild West of mobile gaming, where people were willing to risk it all for a virtual Pikachu. Even countries like Iran went as far as banning the game entirely due to security reasons. But the controversies didn't stop there. Pokemon Go also faced backlash over privacy concerns, with people freaking out over how much data Niantic was collecting from users. And let's not forget the chaos at major public locations, like Central Park, where hundreds of players would swarm the area for a single rare Pokemon. It's crazy to think a mobile game could cause so much real-world havoc, but that's just how massive Pokemon Go became. But here's the thing. Despite all the backlash, the bans, the lawsuits, and everything in between, Pokemon is still one of the most successful franchises in history. It's like nothing can bring it down. But with all these controversies, you gotta wonder, will Pokemon ever truly be free from them? Its popularity is like a double-edged sword. No matter how many controversies pop up, Pokemon just keeps pushing forward. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more exciting Pokemon content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Until next time, trainers, stay awesome and let's catch them all together.